guys, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here for another bit of a play around with our lovely snippet strips that were inspired by Joey DeFee's awesome snippet strip papers. So these, if you didn't catch my original video. So obviously we made like the envelopes from these as well. And I just thought we'd have a little bit more of a play and see what else we could do and how else we could use these. So this is just one of the strips that I've already kind of torn off. I have to say, I love this strip so much that I'm struggling kind of wanting to hoard it. Please don't ask me what is that about. I have no idea. Hold on a moment because my doorbell's just ringing. Right, sorry about that. It was just the postman with my ink cartridges. Right, so what I also did was tore down this lovely image here of this lady, and I thought it just looked perfect on this strip. So all I'm going to do is now tear the strip down kind of across there. So now I've just got a small piece and obviously, you know, this size piece. And then I'm just going to ink it up in the first instance. In fact, I'm not going to do that in the first instance. I'm going to just glue these parts down because obviously they're just sort of flapping from the stitching. So I will just glue those down like that. And that one. Okay, and then I'm just going to ink this up like that. I don't have to worry too much about the centerpiece because obviously my lady will pretty much cover everything there. So she's going to be just on there. Doesn't she look gorgeous on there? I mean, she just looks like she was kind of meant for that spot, doesn't she? So I'm just going to take her and glue her down. Like that. Just pop her kind of, you know, midway. Like that. So we've just got a little bit of stitching coming out across the top and then a little bit there. So really, really nice. And then obviously she can go on, you know, anything really. So I'm just having a look. I've brought along a few of my mass-made sort of ready-made pieces to decide what, you know, what she's going to look best on. So I've got a little booklet here, or a, you know, sort of mini journal. Have got this piece. It would have to then be sideways on, and I probably intended it more that way. So yeah, I think I'm going to put her on this little journal. So let me just take the threads off. So when I say little journal, I'm just merely meaning, you know, it's a kind of mini journal thing that would go, you know, really inside a journal. I mean, it's not a journal, if you see what I mean. It's just like an insert for a journal. And I'm just going to kind of pop her on there and then just see whether I've got some doily. I'm pretty sure I have. Yep. I might just have a bit of doily kind of poking out behind her. I mean, how pretty is that? And how easy? How easy is that? So we'll just glue this down like this. Okie dokie. So we'll just pop that down there like that. Hello, gorgeous. Are you okay? What have you been up to? Have you been in the garden? Yeah. Were you on your trampoline? No. So I'm just going to round the corners slightly. And this one here. And here. And then like that. Okay. And then my lovely piece there will go there. Now, just see whether I want anything else on here. So now I've got really organised on my desk, and now instantly I've done like 2 projects, or I don't know, five videos, and here we are. My desk is back to the usual standards, which is such a shame, isn't it? Right, I quite like this down here, I think. So let's just glue her down. Like that. Okay. So I know that I did say before, I mean, I just think these are slightly like clusters, you know, like once you tear these apart, you know, they're very kind of like clusters in the concept. And, you know, they just look really, yeah, what would the word be? I'm not sure, but, you know, they're just like clusters. They work very similar to the clusters in that they fit in lots of different places, and you know, you can just literally decorate them up slightly and that's it. They just fit in a whole different bunch of places, so they're really, really, really good. So there we go, pop that down there, just check that that's stuck down. Okay, wonder if I should have something else. Could have that, I guess. It's quite nice. So again, let me just ink this up here. Oops. Okay. Yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? So we'll just pop that down there. Like that. I wonder if that would just go underneath there. Might have stuck it down too much. There we go. Just a bit better, sort of coming out underneath rather than on top of that picture. So like that. And then of course let's have a bit of lace, because why wouldn't we have lace? And then we're just going to pop this down here. Now do we want, not sure that's quite the right lace actually. So let's just bring in this piece of lace. This might be better. I'm not sure now. Let's just ink it up a little bit. And I'm just going to chop this down like that. So as I've got just a smaller piece to play with. And then, oh, that's better, isn't it? So what I might do actually is we'll just ink up the other end. Like that. Like that. And we'll just, I think, have that there. So I'm just going to trim that down across there. And then I'm just going to sort of pop that there at a bit of an angle. Like that. Try and put plenty of glue on there. Okay. Like that. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? And then I'm just going to stick this down here where it just had a little sort of extra flappy piece. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? And then we can just put, again, just a little bit of bling on. Just there. Yeah, I think we'll just have that to the side. Like that. Okay. Looking super pretty. Gorgeous. So literally in like 5 minutes we've decorated this up. I don't know what the time is. Right, so it's like nearly 9 minutes. So not long at all. I mean, obviously because all the hard work's been done previously with the snippet itself and obviously the making of the little booklet. But doesn't that look gorgeous? And you know, that's now ready to go into a journal. So we'll just pop that to one side. So now obviously I've just got this little tiny piece left, and of course we don't want to waste anything, do we, as crafters? So I'm just going to glue this down so as it's, you know, not flapping around. And then I'll just glue down this end as well. that. And then I'm just going to ink this one up like that. Right, so this one I'm thinking we could use this, which is like a book page, you know, would be a book page sort of pocket. So I'm thinking we'll have it on there. Need to probably trim this down a bit because, wow, that's not straight at all. So I'll just go across here. Yes, like that. Okay, and then just again going to just ink this up. Like that. Okay. And then if we're going to have this on here, now I just want to decide then what to sort of team this up with. So let me just get rid of that stitch. And what should we have this teamed up with, do you think? Definitely want a piece of lace on there, because that just always looks good. Oh my gosh, look, pulling everything down across the desk. So I've got some doily here. That's always good. That's nice, isn't it? And then I'm wondering whether we could just have one of my number pieces. Let me just have a look and see. This might be too big actually, but let's just have a look. So I hope everyone's having a good day. Hope the sun's shining where you are and you're maybe doing a bit of crafting, having a nice time. Hope you feel nice and relaxed doing some nice projects. Yep, I think that's a little bit too big because it's just covering our entire snippet. So let's try a smaller one. And I know this is, you know, weird colour combination, but you know, sometimes you just don't know unless you try it, do you? So let's just give it a go. Okay. Oh, it's still too big. Oh, let me see what the smaller ones are like. I don't know whether I've got other pieces. Not that one. Or we have the oval one. Let's try this one first. I mean, to be honest, that other one doesn't look too bad size-wise, except I love that snippet roll and I'm not wanting to cover quite so much of it up. So let's just try this one. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. So just going to ink this up a little bit. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to pop the doily down. Like that. Okay. And just press that down. And then we'll just stick the snippet roll down. Well, it's no longer a snippet roll. Well, it was never a snippet roll, I guess, was it? It was a snippet strip. But we'll just pop the snippet strip piece down. So we'll using it like a cluster now. Over there, sort of towards the side, like that. Okay, now this one, what I'm thinking is, shall we put like a little brad or something in each corner? Would look quite good, wouldn't it? Now, I saw Barbara recently on 49 Dragonflies and she used some little pearls and then weirdly she coloured them. Now, she coloured hers with, oh, what did she use? She used her, oh, what's it called? Calligraphy ink. Now, I don't have any calligraphy ink, so I'm just having a look to see whether I've got anything that I could use. So I have got my StazOn. I do not know if this is going to work, so I might just, you know, this might be an experiment that's totally does not work at all, but, you know, it may work. So it's always worth trying these things, isn't it? Now, I'm not sure what the best way to apply this is. So I'm thinking I'm just going to try that there on top of that pearl. It's not brilliant. It is still sort of coming off, really. Yeah, that's still coming off, so that's a bit of a shame. Right, let's have another think. So I've got those distress dabber things, stains. Now, obviously, I am not very good with these, as we discovered recently. But let's have a look and see, you know, how these would work, because they may be a little bit better for going on things like that. So let's just have a look. Oh, I should never have dipped my finger in that, should I? No, I shouldn't. No, that's not covering that either. Those are very resistant to colour, obviously. Right. Trying to think what else I've got. Whether I've got a Sharpie anywhere, I don't think I have, which that's a bit of a shame. Right, so the alternative, obviously, is how do they look as the pearly colours. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's just have a look here. I mean, we could use the brads, but I'm not sure whether the brads are a bit on the large side. So let's just have a look. Because we've got obviously those ones with the big sort of ends, and then we have them with the smaller ends. So I'm thinking if we use the smaller end brads, what would they be like? Oops. They may still be too big. Well, they might look okay, actually. Wow, after all that with the pearls. So, yep, your dabber things, they don't really cover the pearls. So, well, that was an experiment that we learned something. Well, I mean, I learned something. You maybe already knew that, but yeah, I definitely didn't. So, right, let me just hang all those things back up on my little hook, and then just get my pokey tool, and we'll just put the brads in the four corners. So, do 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Right, and we've got some more small brads in my little drawers behind me, so let me pull those in, because otherwise I might not have enough in my little container. Okay, right. So we go 1. I will probably have to chop these kind of legs down because, again, they're super long. I might just be able to tuck them in. Okay. Right, we've tucked that one in, but actually going forward, I think what I'll do is poke them through and then cut them at this stage. So before I actually spread them, that might be the easiest way to do that. So just trim that off. Oh, it doesn't want to do it 2 at a time. Right, I was trying to do something that would save a bit of time, but actually it's probably ended up costing us time. So there we go, 1. And then we do the other one. There we go. 2. Right. I've probably cut these too short now. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, now I can't see to spread them out. Right. Okay, so that, again, not the best technique. So, yeah, I'm better off either trying to bend them round like normal or cutting them once they're sort of in place. Well, at least I've learnt that much, haven't I? So, pop that one in there. Okay. Like that. And then the final one here. Like that. Okay, right. Oh, come on, come on. Right, there we go. So, my gosh, that took a long time getting there, didn't it? I don't know quite why it took so long, but sometimes just things do. Right, okay, so then just dust that off, and we're going to just pop this down here. Okay, so again, I'm just going to probably use my hot glue to glue this on because it's obviously got all the lumps and bumps from the brads. So just makes it nice and quick and easy to, you know, pop down by using them. So there we go. Okay, so that's nice, isn't it? And then we're just going to have some lace here at the side, so I'll just then glue that on like that, like that. Okay, and then we just trim that down here. Wow, I mean, that honestly just took such a long time, but all really because of my trying to cut corners and make this quicker to put on. So let's just bring a bit of bling in. We can just have a bit of bling maybe up there or something. So really pretty, isn't it? I mean, I just absolutely love this colour. So, I mean, for me, that's just a really yummy colour, you know. I'm just drawn to that colour. There we go. So that's another little piece there using that just teeny snip of the snippet strip. And, you know, look at how cool that looks and how effective that looks, you know, because otherwise you just would have to sort of collage then on the go, if you see what I mean. So I'm just going to pop that to one side. Right, now I have obviously the rest of them, and obviously I'm struggling to now use them because I love how they look so much. I didn't really want to tear them down. Mad and ridiculous. Right, let's just tear this down. So just going to snip that stitch, and then we go down here again, snip that stitch there, down again. Okay, and down again, like that, and down again, and like that. Okay, so yeah, did I mention before that these are lovely to hold? Honestly, I know I'm just like a scratch record, but they're so nice and tactile. I really do like them. Okay. Right, so again, what I'm going to do, I think, is just start by just inking it all up. And then, you know, when I know that it's then kind of good to go, whatever I use it for. So you can just ink around everything like that. Okay. So really nice, even just like that. Now, what should we put on top of here? I've got my entomology pieces, sorry. So we could have something sort of butterfly-ish on there. Depends what we're going to put it on. So I've got some pieces that I pulled in. Oh, that might be quite nice. So this is just a little belly band piece that has the, you know, the flap that I think we made this in a mass make. So what we could do is have that there. So if I just tear this down here, like that. So I'm just going to, I think, tear it in a bit here, just so it, you know, fits on that page now. And then we could have the butterfly just here, maybe over that side. Yeah, that's quite pretty, isn't it? And then, so I'll just, again, ink this up a little bit more. I just put some glue down under the excess flaps, like that. And then a bit down here at the edge as well. Okay, and then this one here, again, let's just see. So this is just obviously that scrappy bit of lace that I've got left. Just thinking, could we have that sort of there or something? I mean, I quite like this over to this side, but I did really like the texty piece. So let me see if I have it upside down. Nope. let's glue this on and, you know, make our commitment to this piece. I always just think it helps so much, you know, once I'm actually committed, because then it just helps with the debate, you know, of, oh, shall I put it here? Shall I put it there? You know, once it's glued on, you can't keep chopping and changing your mind, which I just find that very helpful personally. Because otherwise I feel like I've got too much choice, and, you know, I don't find that very helpful, to be honest. You know, I actually find that quite an inconvenience, really. So again, let me just bring in a bit of doily. Oh no. Oh, definitely no. No, no, no. No. Right, so I'm going to have this somewhere now. Oh, I can't decide. I can't decide. I mean, I like it with the stitching showing, which if it's right over there, you can't really see the stitching. So I think we're going to have it here. So again, we'll just glue this down. Like that. Okay. And then this one, I think what we'll do is I'm going to obviously ink it up on the inside, because at the moment that's just like ivory sheet of paper there. Oh gosh, I've put it in the stays on again. The amount of times I do that, I must move that stays on out the way so it's no longer in the way, and then I obviously will not have that temptation to do that. So let me just, okay, right, let's try again with the distressing this time, which will maybe have better results. So just ink all around there, and then what I'll do is, this obviously picks up the one from the front, so I think we'll have this in here. Now, which side do we want it? Maybe on here. Yeah, I think maybe on there, and I might just back that onto a bit of book page, I think. So just put that down. Okay, and then pop that down there, and then I'm just going to ink this up. Lucky that stays on wasn't still there, because I would have dipped that in there. I just guarantee I would have done. Right, so I've got obviously a bit of glue leakage out, which is now making that go very brown. But again, that doesn't really matter, it's all fine. Okay, shall I try and use my tear ruler? I don't know whether I get on very well with that. I've only tried using it once before, but let's try it. Okay. Oh, I don't know. No, I feel like this is going to make me muck up, to be honest, but I know everyone else does use them. Oh, I'm rubbish at using these. They obviously take a bit of practice. Oh, well, it didn't help because I had 2 pages of thickness going on there. I think I'm better off just tearing, to be honest, but let's just try. Ah, well, definitely it's much better with just one layer instead of trying to tear through two sheets of book page. Okay, well, I don't seem to get quite the neat edges that everyone else gets, but you know, practice makes perfect, I suppose. And I don't mind those rough edges, to be honest. I think they're quite characterful. So, yeah. Okay, I mean, as you can see, this edge is pretty straggly, so I will just tidy it up a little bit. Just there. And then what I'll do is just, you know, rough it up a little bit like that, so it's not so obvious that I've cut it. There we go. That's nice, isn't it? So I'll just then pop that doily down. Like that. Okay. Like that. And then I wonder whether we could have this as a little side load-in pocket as well. So just glue this down, going this way round. Oh gosh, dropping everything. There we go, like that. And then you can obviously, you know, use that as a little pocket that side. And then, which bit of lace do we want? Let's have a look. Oh, that's pretty. So I might just have a little bit here. Okay, have that bit there, and then what about this here? Might have that just there on the edge. Okay, like that. And then I do feel like I'd like something up here, so I don't know whether we could use like a number or something. Yeah. It definitely, you know, it was looking quite plain, wasn't it? And it does need something. So we'll just pop this down here. Okay, right. There we go. Pop that there. Oops, maybe we can go higher, because it's quite nice then poking out like that. Yeah. Okay, so we've got that one there. We've just got this tiny weeny bit of lace, which might as well just attach this somewhere, because otherwise it's, you know, it's no good now anywhere else, is it? It's titchy. So we just then pop that down like that. Okay, so that looks really good now. And then we'll just use a little bit of bling. Not use, but, you know, pop a little bit of bling on. I think we'll have that here to the side. Just like that. Oh, that looks so pretty, doesn't it? And then we could just have a little word or another butterfly on there. So let me just move my stuff off. So now, oops, I had like a massive, great big pack of paper all to the side there. So it just pops that onto the floor. So we've got this one. It's very orangey, but it might, you know, it might distress enough. I'll just see. No, it's still a little bit orange. Got this one. Oh, that's, yeah, that one's perfect. So we just ink that up again. Okay, right. Do we want that up there or further down? Not sure, but we might just have another little number up here, I think. So just ink these up. And these are my numbers from my number set 2. These bigger ones and that lovely turquoise colour, that was from my set 3. So just in case you wondered, you know, which sets they were from. There we go. And then we'll just pop this one down. Like that. Okay, so looking really super cute. Right, so that's just a couple of little, you know, play arounds with our gorgeous snippet roll pieces. So I just bring them in. So, yeah, we've got this one here, obviously, this one here and this one here. I mean, they all look completely different, and yet they're effectively using, you know, just those snippet strip pieces, you know, from those snippets. Like that. So, you know, super quick and easy pieces once your snippet's done. then, you know, it just makes things really easy to make. So yeah, I hope that you like them, and yeah, may come back and have another bit of a play. Unfortunately, my videos may have to be a little bit short at the moment because it's summer holidays, although I've got quite a few in the bank, so by the time this goes up, it may be that it's the backlog of the videos I filmed over the summer. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, so I hope that you like them, and yeah, have fun if you make some of the snippet strips. Again, I'll try and remember to link Joey's video below, and yeah, I hope that you like these pieces. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks then. Bye.